Hi guys, absolute Boris here. Hey, here I am today, been out exploring a little bit, but I thought, well, I'll get the Sunday paper. I don't want to pay for it. I put the coins in my pocket, 4, 8 quarters in my pocket. I walk Elvis up the White City all the way to the end. As I get toward the end, this girl coming out to her car. I say, hey, you have a newspaper I can buy from you, 50 cents? She said, no, we give it to you. We don't need it. They go in and get it. They said, it's not real reporting anyway, is it? I said, no, you're right. So, but I like to look at this. So I get home. Here we go. I went through this. Now, there's not a lot. There's some local here, like the Duvalls can't turn the tide. This thing, local interest that way. But I started looking, and I thought I always go to the Metro first and see what they say is local. Okay, here we go. Caring for Kelsey. Central Heights Elementary. Good. It's in Bluntville. Metro. They talk about the Chattanooga. Psst, forget Chattanooga. They talk about the Memphis. That's Metro? And that's not anything to do with Kingsport. Sorry. Anyway, sick time. J.H. Osborne. Osborne does a good job here, right here in Bluntville. Okay, Sullivan County. Jeff Bobo, right about Carter's Valley Elementary. Where's Kingsport at? Okay, readers of Vince Staten. Well, you can always trust that Vince is going to write local. That Vince is a good writer. He go to the Dobbins Bennett High School. And he writes, I think, 13, 14 books, at any rate. Not all bestsellers, but still very talented writer. He's even been on Letterman, believe it or not. Okay, Happy Halloween. Okay, good. Local, so local. Okay, Gary Gray, NET News. Ideas abound to use Winged Deer Park. Winged Deer Park is in Johnson City. Leave that in Johnson City's paper. I don't care about Johnson City's paper right now, do you? But they're affiliated. The Sandusky Group own the Kingsport Times. They own that. So they consolidate the writers. And when they do pull from the Associated Press, it's always junk. Bill O'Reilly, these type of things. But anyway, here we go. Wise County bathroom squalor prompts 911's call. Wise County is way up in Virginia. It's past Duffield. Why is Wise County making the Kingsport paper? They have their own newspaper. Okay, this is why I don't pay for the Kingsport paper. All right, Carter's Valley Elementary again, the Fall Festival. There was never a mention that I know of the Sullivan County Fall Festival they had for the school in Sullivan Gardens. Why? Because the city want that land. They want to annex. They want to kill that school. I don't mean kill, but you know, they don't want that school to compete with their school, the new Washington or Edinburgh, whatever's out there in Rock Springs. I don't know. How can you keep up with what they're doing? They don't publish half of it in the newspaper. Okay, Belgieri, blah blah blah. Continuation of the other. Okay, then the obituaries. Now, I think it's so terrible that the obituaries online on the Times News online, they call it obits. Like, why don't they just call it either deaths or obituaries? Obits is, why are you shorten something like that? People are suffering. All right. I don't want to look at that. I probably know some of the people right now. I went to 2 funerals just the other day for Billy Crawford and Jake Reiner. Okay, former NASCAR driver headed for trial. Okay, NET News again. Former NASCAR driver, blah, blah, blah. Has nothing to do with this area at all, Metro. Happy, wait a minute. Psychologist, NET News again. This is Johnson City. Once again, has nothing to do with Kingsport. If you're going to compete with Johnson City, don't publish their stuff in the newspaper. Let them publish their own crap in the newspaper, Sandusky Group. You're a bunch of idiots. Sorry. In my country, you cover local news when it is the Metro section. Okay? Campaign urges Tennessee voters to skip governor's race. Okay, that's Nashville. That's coming from Nashville. So they're influencing the election. You read this? Okay. Skip the governor's race. Why? Vote for Charlie Brown. Do it. Cartoon character. It's better than Bill Haslam, in my opinion. He owned the pilot, Bill Haslam. Stay away from that family, guys. Okay, Ball. Hank Hayes. Hank Hayes does a good job. I won't even question that. I like that, but he's... Oh, good. Voters tired of Alexander. Yeah. And Lamar Alexander was the governor. Lamar Alexander is a senator. Lamar Alexander's a crook. Sorry. Too many times he's been in office. And maybe I get killed for saying that, but no. Okay, got Phil Hoskins' picture here. Oak Hill Funeral Home. He's tied with the Highland big church. Higher Ground. That's what it is. Higher Ground. Not Highland. That's another thing in the woods. I like Highland, not Higher Ground, so I'm like... let's see here. But I did see the Passion play at the Higher Ground. It's very well done, and that time is coming. If they do that again, go and see it. It's very touching. Very moving. All right, next, McClatchy Tribune News Service. Okay, office coach. Okay, where's McClatchy Tribune and why is it here? Why is that local? It's not local. Understand? Baby steps to success. Okay, Dave says by Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey. I'll look at that later, but I have a feeling he's not really local. He's probably just straight up Republican. All right. Alan Levine, Hank Hayes. I'm not going to question Hayes. Hayes does a good job, in my opinion. So anyway. And it's good. Bill Green trying to prevent Wellmont from aligning with an outside system. Good, Bill Green Jr. Good, good. If it's the banker, Bill Green, sure, why not? Okay, here are 6. Shelburne Ferguson, very local. I love Shelburne Ferguson, one of the most honest people in Kingsport, and he's a lawyer. I like Shelburne. All right, here we go. He handled Burkett's estate, and then he got fired because of, whatever. I like Shelburne. He got an unfair case on that one. One World Trade Center set to open. This is New York. This has nothing to do with Metro. Once again, nothing to do with Kingsport. This is why you should not subscribe to the Kingsport Times. When we release Understanding Apples Press, we don't even need a subscription. Just a small donation. Take the paper. It's going to be 2-3 pages starting out. Anyway, that's the Metro. You know, from what I understand, JS released 2 different books in 2 different weeks this past month. And they don't do the story. Nope. You know why? Because they don't give a crap about local. They don't want you to know anybody local. In my opinion, yeah, it's just my opinion. But I know for a fact, he sent the email, they just trash it. They ask, where's budget? They want to know what his budget is. I'm not going to spend that. Are you, Jason? See? All right. Let's go to the next section, and that'll be part 2. Look up the Kingsport Times newspaper, Absolute Boris, Sunday, October 26th edition. See you later.